Hi, my name is David Norris, and I'm a little nervous, so please bear with me. I'm going to stick to my notes this time. I'm making this video to talk about my experience with my daughter Maya's nonverbal autism. I want to talk about the beginning of my journey into my research. I started to notice that Maya couldn't make eye contact longer than a second, if that at all, and wouldn't respond to her name being called. I wanted to know why she couldn't do that. I started looking into what others might have already done. I found so much information that it kind of seemed overwhelming at the time. Emotionally, I wanted to find anything that would help her. All you want to do as a parent is find a solution. I've had people tell me over and over that there's no cure for autism. That it's pretty hard for a parent that just wants the best life they can provide for their kids. So I told myself that might be true. But what was I supposed to do? Just give up? Not a chance. My theory is if my body couldn't absorb nutrients, that my body wouldn't function properly either. So I started to ask questions. Like, why isn't her body getting the nutrients that she needs? What is happening that is causing all these behavioral characteristics like poor eye contact, repetitive stymieing, not being able to talk, especially when she was able to before? What changes can I make that can benefit her? As I researched, I found that autistic kids have oxidative stress in their mitochondria, which lowers their ATP, adenosine triphosphate. The characteristic of impaired mitochondrial function can be represented in poor eye contact. ATP is the energy of the cell, and if that's imbalanced with oxidative stress by free radicals and antioxidants, then I need to find what I can do to balance it back. So I started my research into what foods and vitamins she might need to feed her cells. Also, my research showed that autistic people have gut health issues, where they have an imbalance in their microbiome bacteria. So they can't absorb a lot of nutrients from the foods they eat because they don't have enough good bacteria and overrun with bad bacteria. I changed her diet to fruits and vegetables for starters, with raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, broccoli, carrots, and cucumbers, all while limiting grains. Fiber helps keep a healthy microbiome, and that's where the berries come in. These berries are low in sugar and high in fiber, as well as high in antioxidants. So now I'm feeding the good bacteria and decreasing the oxidative stress with just adding these fruits to her diet. Now the vegetables, this one's difficult. Just trying to get your kids to eat anything is difficult, especially vegetables. Thankfully, she eats green beans, broccolis, carrots, and cucumbers, which are great for fiber. Broccoli, though, is an important vegetable because it has sulforaphane in it. And what I found is sulforaphane can alter a microbiome by supporting nutrient absorption, as well as support healthy mitochondria in the brain. This helps with getting the nutrients to support healthy synapses in the neurons. Maya also wasn't drinking milk and just drinking water, so I was worried about her getting enough calcium in her diet. Broccoli helps with this. But then I started to think about her getting enough vitamin D. I started looking into supplements and measurements for a toddler. I also found that vitamin D3 helps regulate microbiome in the upper tract and helps strengthen the gut lining from leaky gut. So I started her on 1,000 IUs, international units of liquid vitamin D3. I started to notice a difference in Maya after a few weeks of making these changes. I noticed a longer hold in eye contact, even if it was for a few seconds. I found that 71% of autistic people have cerebral folate deficiency, B9, which means their antibodies block folate from reaching the neurons. Folate, or folinic acid, helps the part of the brain that develops speech. I also found that autistic people are deficient in methylcobalamin, B12. Research shows that taking these, both folate and methyl B12, help with neurotransmitter production. I started looking for B vitamins in liquid form to give Maya. But the problem I found is that a lot of products didn't have the right B12. Apparently there are different versions of these vitamins, and how they react to our bodies can differ. So it was important to find the right product. The one I found is Nutrachamps B-complex, which is the correct methylated B12. I started Maya on that on top of the vitamin D3. I was also taking lion's mane at the time and could feel a difference in my focus and memory. I know that it helps with neuron growth, and since that's what I wanted to support with Maya, I started to add that as well. I saw a dramatic change in her reactions to name calling and how she would react with my wife, our son, and I. Even though she was getting the nutrients that she needs from supplements, I wanted her to get it from her food. So I was back to asking, what can I give her that would help with breaking down the nutrients once it was in her gut? I found that almonds are an amazing food that helps support gut health. Plus it has a good amount of B12. So I started trying to give Maya almonds, which she would just look at, touch for a second, and then walk away. So naturally I had to find a different way of giving her almonds. I found a product called Nutso, which is an almond butter, but also so much more. It has Brazil nuts, dry coconut, pecans, macadamia nuts, flaxseed, and chia seeds. This mix adds magnesium, especially from the almonds, which helps support mitochondrial function, plus flax and chia seeds have omega-3 fatty acids, which help promote healthy neurotransmissions in the brain. This is a great find for giving Maya the nutrients that she needs. I was excited and tried giving her this spread with Ritz crackers. Now I should note that I was already giving Maya peanut butter Ritz crackers before, which she loved. She could tell right away the change in flavor and wasn't having it and wouldn't eat them. So I had the idea of mixing it with peanut butter, and thankfully it worked. She started eating them, and now I can add protein to the list of things that she was getting just by eating the snack. I also tried not giving her too many grains, but haven't cut it out completely. Here are all the supplements that I give Maya. I'd give her B-complex, sulforaphane, probiotics, Liposomal, Glutathione, lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, and a multivitamin by Best Nest Wellness, L-Threonate, and L-Threonate. It is important to understand how certain foods and supplements affect our kids. It is also important to know which folates to give the kids, which magnesiums to give them. Different magnesiums target different areas of the body. L-Threonate targets the brain function with healthy synapses. So it's important to find out which vitamins target which body parts. This is only one cog in the wheel that helps us understand what we can do as parents to help our kids. There's so much more to do and understand, but don't let that overwhelm you if you are just starting out on your journey with autism. The important thing is to give yourself and your family time to learn and walk through this emotional change. One of the things I noticed is gradually, as I started giving her these different vitamins, she started to seem to relax a little more. She would pace all the time and couldn't stop. And as I started giving her these certain foods or certain nutrients or vitamins and amino acids, she seemed to calm down a little bit. And yes, I was working on the emotional connection, so where she would actually allow us to hold her and cuddle her. And that's something different. That's just another piece of the wheels that need to be connected. I started noticing that when I started giving her L-Threonate and sulforaphane and other stuff like that, she was actually starting to whisper again, getting her confidence in trying to say words. She's starting to notice me in the room as I walk in, where she wasn't noticing me before. She was just focused on whatever toy she wanted to line up or spin or play with. I've seen some positive changes with these vitamins and foods. And it's so important to just try what you can. And trust me, everything I've given her, I've taken myself first. So I needed to make sure it was all safe. But I am confident in saying that if you choose to make these changes, they can benefit you. I just want to say thank you for watching. Please, if you have a similar experience or even a different experience, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.